What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we are going to be talking about Carmelo Anthony. We're going to be talking about whether I think he's going to be worth going for and where you should not even where you should be, just how much time it will take from now if you've started, how much time it will take depending on what position you are in, and whether I think it's just even worth it just giving up on going for Carmelo Anthony or going for Carmelo Anthony. So honestly, what I've been doing the last few days, have I been doing much XP? No, I've been playing this. I've been playing FIFA right now. Team's looking pretty nice. Is this a good team for the price I paid for the team? No, I just like using Premier League players. I think Ivan Toney, because he's a week one in form, is almost certainly going to go up in price. Especially if he has, because, well, he's Premier League, he's big, he's strong, he's English. I think he's going to go up in price. But anyway, if you guys want to see FIFA, I will leave a link to my FIFA channel in the description. My first game with Ivan Toney will be on that channel. So, now to Carmelo Anthony. I was about to say Lionel Messi. So if you're looking at Carmelo Anthony, this guy's stats are exceptional for my team. They are absolutely, I don't care what anyone says. This guy, his stats are unreal. Like 93 three ball. He's got 90 speed, 90 acceleration. Also got like 88 vertical. His defense is pretty good. Like he can get clamps. Like you're looking at the badges he needs. Maybe he needs clamps. He doesn't even need clamps if you're not guarding ball, but he can get it. 890 speed, 93 three ball, 85 driving dunk, 87 post hook. He gets silver post spin technician. His animations, he gets mellow base on normal, and I don't mind mellow base on normal. I really don't. Like, I don't think it's bad at all. He's got the Kyrie, which is the pro one behind the back. Like, Carmelo Anthony there's a lot of really, really good things with Carmelo Anthony. So, I'm just sitting there like, this card's incredible. And like, I know a lot of people are like, oh yeah, like Carmelo Anthony's not going to be good in game, but I think the opposite. I think he's going to be incredible. So like, I'm just going to show you guys right here. So, we've got Carmelo Anthony. This release is good. I don't know why people are constantly saying this release is bad. Like, shoot around with Carmelo Anthony. Form your own opinion. Just because Carmelo Anthony had a bad release last year, and the big problem with his release last year was that he couldn't shoot in the corners on current gen. Carmelo Anthony's release has been good on next gen, basically since the game came out. His release was woeful for me on current gen, but on next gen there was no versions of Carmelo that were bad last year. Like, I thought that Pink Diamond was exceptional. Like, I even said at the time that Pink Diamond was a superb shooter. And I actually think Carmelo Anthony's release is like, it's as close. And people are always like, oh, give Carmelo his old release back. Man, I think this release is as close to like 2K18, 2K19 Carmelo as we're ever going to get. It's the same damn release. Like, I don't care what people say, it's the same release. The problem is that for 2 years, with the way the engine was in 2021, that he couldn't shoot in the corners, this release is still unreal. It's still unreal. His movement is pretty good. His player build is good. His behind the back is good. Like, Melo has everything. He has absolutely everything you need. So, like, if you're not getting Carmelo Anthony because you think, oh, he's going to suck, then I just don't know. I just don't know what the logic is behind that. But if you are not getting Carmelo Anthony because you do not have the time, then that is fine. If you do not have the time to get Carmelo Anthony, this is not Steph Curry from last year, by the way. This is not Steph Curry. Is Carmelo Anthony better than any wing we have in the game? Yes. Is Carmelo Anthony that much better than LeBron James? No, I don't think so. Is Carmelo Anthony that much better than this Larry Bird? I don't think so. I think that when it's all said and done, he will be the best player in the game. Period. I think he's going to be the best player in the game when he comes out. And I think he will be like, this card's going to be usable. Like, if you're looking at this card right here and comparing, like, this card's stats and badges wise very much reminds me of Paul George from last year. If you guys don't remember, Paul George had a 2K21. Sorry, I'm looking at this through a raw monitor. It kind of reminds me of this card right here. The Pink Diamond Paul George. So this card right here, yeah, he had 11 Hall of Fame badges. But, like, it kind of reminds me of that on offense, with obviously a few less Hall of Fame badges, but he's not that far off, and that card was still usable for quite a while. So, like, this Carmelo Anthony is going to be usable till Christmas. I'm not going to say he's going to be the best card in the game till Christmas, but if you want a small forward in your game that's usable till Christmas, This card's brilliant. This card is brilliant. But where do I think you need to be? So I'm at 55k. There is 26 days left in the season. Or there are 26 days left in the season. And I think that if you are completing the Weekend Warriors, this is super easy. Like, if you're... 2K are doing a really good job. Like, if you're keeping up with XP, the problem is that a lot of the XP is, like, it's tied down to, like, certain amount of times. So, if you are consistently completing things like Weekend Warriors, suddenly Weekend Warriors, you're there on, you're making, like, you're getting, like, 5,000-6,000 XP. And, like, these are so, like, the amount of XP they're giving for some of these challenges is ludicrous. Like, 10 3-pointers is one game. You can do, I don't really like the Ross 3-pointers one, but you can do the Ross assists. You can do the Rudy Gobert. It's one game. One TT offline game. 1,500 XP. You can do the Ross assists, Cat points, and Blake Griffin rebounds at the same time. Like, you can get this in, like, you can get these very quickly. You have to rent cards, which is very, very annoying. So if you're only doing the cheap cards, you're good. Like, as long as you're consistently getting the cheap cards and getting them over and done with, you're good. So, like, let's just say prime time. Like, you can see here, I've done Marbury and J Rich. I haven't done any of the most expensive players. And 2K are giving more and more XP for every single one. So, like, you can see here, starting off Colossal, these were like 500. And then we had Flash, suddenly it was 750 for the lowest rated players. And now we're on Prime Time. And even the first Prime, or say not Prime Time, then we're on Signature Series. And it was 1,200 for Terrence Ross. And you're like, okay. Okay, now this is the XP that we want. So 2K have made Carmelo Anthony, I would say, a 50-hour grind. If you're grinding XP, I think it's going to be 50 hours. If you start today, I think you can probably get him in 50 hours. I think at the end of the season, Melo is going to be around 30 hours. I think at the end of the season, Melo is going to be around 35 hours because 2K are going to give a bunch of like 3,000 XP for easy stuff challenges. They do every year. They always do. But if you keep up, you're gonna get, like, it's not too bad. Like, this is not Steph Curry, where people grinded their entire lives to get this guy. Although people did get Steph Curry in the 30th. Print got Steph Curry in the 30th September last year, which is crazy. So, if you have the time and you're willing to put it in, Melo's probably going to be worth it for quite a while. If you don't have the time, don't have FOMO. Oh, there is never have FOMO on a card, because that is the killer. That is the one thing that will, like, suck every bit of joy out of this game, is consistently getting card FOMO. So if you don't have the time and you don't want to get LaMelo Ball, or not LaMelo Ball, Carmelo Anthony, then you don't have to. You really don't have to. But I've spent, I don't even know how many hours I've spent on this game. But the fact is that I've spent specifically grinding XP probably around 20 hours. And I'm only a third of the way there. And that is not including my 9,000 for domination. That is not including my 9,000 for domination. But I haven't done it efficiently. So, like, later on in the year, there are definitely ways you can combo these up. Like, I'm gonna go into limited with a full base set team with 13 of my base set players. I'm just gonna hope that I can win a game. Because if I can win a limited game with 13 base set players, I'm in good shape. If I can't, I'm kind of screwed. But yeah. And speaking of limited, I will be streaming that live as of right now. So, yeah, is Carmelo Anthony worth it? I'm gonna say, if you have the time, yeah, he is. He's not Steph Curry. This is not gonna be a situation where you're going to really regret, in November, you're gonna regret not having him. Because I just don't see that being the case. 2K have released, the cards 2K have released as of the 26th of September are crazy. Like, a load of people are like, oh yeah, this Diamond LeBron's like the same as last year's Diamond LeBron. I'm like, yeah, it is, but that Diamond LeBron came out on like the 15th of October. Like, we're getting these crazy cards. Like, Kawhi Leonard, the Amethyst is basically the same as Kawhi Leonard Diamond last year, who came out on Halloween. Like, we're getting cards right now, the level of cards we got on Halloween last year. We're getting some crazy cards. So, if you are going out of your way to get Carmelo Anthony, Don't be surprised if there's a player impacts at the start of Season 2. That's better. Don't be surprised if there's a Kevin Durant 95 overall. It's better in Season 2. Just honestly, don't be surprised. But if you are someone who doesn't like to spend money on the game, again, I'm no money spent here. We've got a pretty nice, obviously this is our limited squad. We've got a pretty nice squad. Carmelo Anthony will slot in great at the small forward position. Darius Miles to the power forward eventually when we get him. Obviously there are going to be new players coming in consistently throughout the year. But it is what it is. Carmelo Anthony, it's a doable grind. Like if you have a week to go, Carmelo Anthony's probably not a good grind. With 26 days left, realistically, if you're starting now and you really want him, you can get him. If you're starting in a week's time and you really want him, you can probably get him. When it gets to like the 2 weeks from now, 12 days to go, then it's like, okay, are you really just gonna no life the game, get an XP? And if you are gonna no life the game, then maybe you have a chance. But honestly, playing this game on the weekends, you get a lot of XP for Weekend Warriors. I'm just very annoyed at the 13 base set players one. If this challenge didn't exist, this would be so easy. Like, I genuinely would have all of these done and win 2 games using 7 token reward players. Like, I would just honestly be doing that unlimited. But yeah, that is pretty much it, lads. That is the video. Just a quick one, just talking about Carmelo Anthony, where I think you should be, and do I think he's worth getting. So that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.